the last lecture series we had seen that the filter, regulator and a compressor types, the lubricator types we had seen. Now we are going to see the one of the most important part of your complete air supply system, that is a cooler, separator and a receiver. Then we will proceed further for the rest of the elements like control wall and actuator. Okay, the designing of the various applications we are going to cover in that topic. So let's begin with the first topic is a cooler. The cooler, as you can see in the diagram, it comes after the compressor. What is the need of a cooler? Whenever I am compressing the air, I am increasing the temperature. This increase in temperature will create moistures, will condensate the air. So it is a possibility that it may carry the water content or a moisture content along with it, as it is transferring from one point to the another point. Then it is very harmful for the pipes, for equipment, if it is carrying this water contents. In order to remove that, we are doing it very carefully. First we are cooling it down, because this high temperature is not required. This high temperature, if I store it into the receiver, the blast may take place, or the pressurized gases may started buzzing or started destroying the equipment. In order to avoid that, I am using a cooler there. A cooler is basically a heat exchanger. There are two types of the heat exchangers are available. One is the air cooled and water cooled. Simple meaning, air cooled is where the air is a cooling media, and water cooled is where water is a cooling media. But their method of flow transferring, that will decide the efficiency of the heat exchanging. First type is a co-current flow. As you can see, the direction of the flow in both the cases is same. That means, suppose I am considering the water as a media for cooling it, so the cooling water is flowing in the same direction as your hot air is flowing. So this is a co-current flow. Counter-current flow, you will find that a cooling water is flowing in the opposite direction as that of your air flowing, hot air flowing. So this is a counter current. A cross flow, where the centrally the cooling water is being passed and the horizontally the air flow is still there. This is a cross flow combination. In order to increase the efficiency of the water or the cooling, the cross combination is being used. The hot air is passing in the same direction, whereas the cool water passes in a U-tube manner. So my compressor comes after the compressor, my heat exchanger or a cooler is coming. I am passing it to a certain temperature, okay, and it is coming out with some other temperature, that is a temperature may be cool down in this case. Next comes a dryer. A dryer is important because a cooling, whenever I am doing the cooling, a moisture content can be a part of it, because I am reducing the temperature. So in order to dry it, again I am using the heat exchanger. Two sets of heat exchangers are being used. In the first set, the moisture air is been coming, it is passing through this heat exchanger. Okay, over here it will exchange the heat and try to dry it more and more. Then it is passes through the heat exchanger 1. Over here, this is connected, the other part of the heat exchanger is connected to the refrigerant compressor. The condensed liquid is now starting collected out. The almost 0 degree temperature is been maintained over here, and the condensed liquid is collected in the separator. This particular air, which is now already passed through this 2 heat exchanger, is been recirculated and passed through this heat exchanger 1. So this particular heat exchanger 2 is increasing the efficiency of drying, and this dry air is passes out. This dry air is now given to this is another type of the dryer, which is also called as a dry dryer. Okay, in this particular type, let's see the construction first. The moisture air is inletted, or dry chemicals is been kept over there. This is a phosphoric pentoxide and calcium chloride has been placed, and the dry out air has been taken out. A drain plug is there. You will find the construction is similar to your filter. Yes, it is a similar construction. So the moisture air will inlet it. It will come across the dryer. The phosphoric pentoxide and calcium chloride will start chemically reacting with it. So it will collect the liquid components and let the dry air pass out of it. So the liquid which is collected at the bottom section, which is a condensed liquid, can be easily drained out with a manual drain valve. So this is a absorption dryer. Now let's see the next part, which is a receiver, that is the end of the primary air supply system. If you see, there are many components attached to this receiver: inlet, then the safety valve, pressure valve, thermometer, shut off valve, manhole, water drain. These all components are available. We will go step by step with a one by one component. Safety relief valve. Safety relief valve, आपने शायद से नाम सुना होगा. What is safety relief valve? So the one who is releasing the air whenever it is exceeding. Okay. So this is a safety relief valve which is exceeding the excess air if it is a part of it. A pressure gauge is nothing but the pressure indicator who is giving me the pressure information about the receiver. A thermometer has been placed in order to measure the temperature inside the receiver. A shut off valve has been taken out because whenever I want to take out this to the secondary air treatment system, a shut off valve can be open up and close accordingly. This is a water drain system because remember, though we are passing through this cooler, then again a dryer, certain water content will be part of it because you are accumulating the air over here. So in order to drain that, a water drain is been used over here. The manhole has been used because in certain cases, suppose the water drain is not working properly, or if the water accumulation increases, in order to observe that, a manhole has been kept over here. If you observe, it is elevated from the floor. A certain elevation has been given to from the floor for the receiver tank, so that it will be easy for transfer from one place to the another place. But before that, do not forget to subscribe my channel. Let's learn with Dipti. You will get all the details about the control system component in this channel. And please note that my website address is slightly changed. It is just a simple www.letslearnwithdipti.wordpress.com. A free blog. Please do write, comment and visit for the more education content. Thank you.